Go ahead.
I'm just gonna, this is like, probably just maybe wrong. I don't like to hear about 36, 2x equals 36 divided by 2 not 18. I do not think that's right.
Okay, so you did 12 plus 12 plus 12, got 36, and then 2x equals 36, you got x equals 18. Okay, awesome. Lincoln, tell us, do you agree or disagree?
I don't really know. I just went off the, I based it off the equations on the notes, and instead of the exact same, so I just put x plus 30.
Hey, how did you set up your equation? What did you do?
2x equals 60 divided by 2 equals 30.
So she put 2x equals 60. Where did 60 come from?
I don't know.
No idea.
Okay. What do you notice about all the sides?
Equal.
They're all congruent. And from your notes, if all the sides are congruent, what does that mean about all the angles?
They're congruent.
They're congruent. So will you mark all the angles congruent? Put a mark on all three of them. Okay. Now, what do the angles have to add up to be?
180.
180. So if they're all three the same measure and they all three have to add up to 180, what do all three of them have to equal?
What's 180 divided by 3?
What's 180 divided by 3?
60.
It's 60. So that means each angle is equal to 60 degrees. So what does 2x have to be equal to?
60.
60. So 2x has to be equal to 60. And then you divide by 2 and you get x equals 30. So good job.
Wait, so
You got
two,
that right?
wait, so the 2 has nothing to do with like anything, right?
What do you mean?
But like the 2 wasn't even in the equation, so like
2x equals 60.
I got 6, or I did.
Oh.
No, the only thing that the 12s does is tell you that it's an equilateral triangle. All three are the same side, are the same measure. So that means that all three are congruent. And if all three sides are congruent, all three angles are congruent. And if all three angles are congruent, then that means they're each 60. And then so to solve for x, you do 2x equals 60, divide by 2, x equals 30.
I feel stupid.
Okay, well, I got 30, but I didn't do that.
What did you do?
I did 180 divided by 6. I did like, there's,
Now, let me show you. Okay, so why did you do divide by 6?
because the 2x, and then I knew that there were not all three of them were.
So this one would be 2x and this one would be 2x. Yep, so now you know that all three add up to 180, right? So you did 2x plus 2x plus 2x equals 180. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6. 6x equals 180. Divide by 6. X equals 30. That's another way you can do it.
Okay, so you want kind of wrong?
Nope, that's another way. And if you don't remember that an equilateral triangle, all the angles are 60, then I suggest doing that. If you know they're all congruent, then mark them all 2x, and then do 2x plus 2x plus 2x equals 180, and then solve for x.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, if you don't remember that each of these is 60, then I would do this. So for instance, if this was 4x, then you would do 4x plus 4x plus 4x equals 180. 12x equals 180. 180 divided by 12 is 15. Check my math on that.
wait, you can do like that. It works.
But that only works if they're all congruent.
Only if they're all congruent. And our notes told us Friday that if all the sides are congruent, then all the angles are congruent. Okay, perfect. What questions do you have for me on the bell ringer? Okay. Did y'all turn in y'all's bell ringer sheet Friday?
No.
Okay. I need you to get that out. Make sure your name. Oh, before you turn it in, I want you to make sure that you have Friday's bell ringer correct. It looked like this. And these two angles are marked congruent. This was angle 1, and I believe it said this one was 70 degrees. Okay, so then to find angle 1, if this one's 70, this one's also 70, and to get angle 1, you would do 180 minus 70, which is 110 degrees. So angle 1 is 110 degrees. Okay. Now, pass your bell ringer to the front and to the right. All right, so you should have out your notes from Friday. I do not have your quizzes graded yet. I will try to get those graded today and back to you tomorrow. And then today you have a worksheet. Tomorrow you'll have a class assignment. Wednesday we'll do our chapter 6 practice test. Thursday, and you'll do your test analysis after the test. Thursday we'll review, and Friday will be our actual test. Now remember, if you make a 90% or above on the practice test, you do not have to take the actual test on Friday. Also, while you're working on the worksheet, or before you start on the worksheet, after I pass it out, I need to come by and check your notes from Friday. And if you have not completed your notes, you're going to need to do that before you complete the worksheet. All right, on your worksheet, it says, don't forget to write your answers beside the exercise problem. You just writing down the letter or just writing your answers up here, you will not receive credit. I need you to actually write these answers here. Once you write the answer here, look over here in the columns and find it. And let's say for A, you get equal angular. Then and it has the word right underneath it. So for A, you put right. This part in the letters is completely for you. That has nothing to do with me when I grade it. That's so that way you can make sure you're doing it correctly, because if your sentence makes absolutely no sense, you know one of them's wrong. And then on the back page, it says find the value of x. So on each one, you've got to find what x is. But then on number 12, there's x, y, and z. So you need to find x, y, and z. Okay? And you're going to use your notes from Friday. Like I said, I need you to have those out so I can check them whenever I come by. And if you haven't completed your notes, you're going to have to use the first part of class to do your notes and then do the worksheet. Any questions before we get started? And I believe your notes were page 30.
Is today the first?
Yes, today is March the 1st.